friends, Romans, Carbodians. It's lovely to see you all. I love that the last point there on the slide, that price increase isn't a risk, is a chance to. I love that. I'll make sure I go back and implement that immediately. Right. Apart from you, lovely people. Love to see you again. Right. Here we go. Am I the last thing before the bar, or is you've got to give some certificates? Oh, great. Fine. So here's a picture of my phone. As you know all this, don't you? Are there any newcomers? Someone started laughing already. This is a picture of my phone where I sit by it, waiting in my oak-panelled room for you to call. And remember, this is a free advice line for all members, so please do use it. And it's great that many of you do, and it's really great to speak to you. Some of you here today, it's lovely to have you call up, and your team. So recently in the hotline, we have had the following. We've had some poor performance, not me, that is the client's employers. We've had some sickness absence, failed drugs test, again, not me. And definitely not the last one. But it's the usual gamut of the sort of things that people call up, and the sort of thing that I can help you with very quickly, and very happy to share my experience, my knowledge. So please keep using it and do spread the word. Your team as well, your senior management are very welcome to do it as well. Right, so the Employment Rights Bill, one of the big Labour bills, is still coming along. It's still going through the Commons. We're expecting it all to be in place not until October 26th, so there's plenty of time. But I'm going to mention it to you again. And what I'm going to do is just spend today my 3 remaining minutes on this point, that unfair dismissal is not going to be something that you have to wait 2 years for. It's going to be something that you're going to get from day one. Now, we think that there's going to be a 6 or 9 month statutory version of probationary period, in which it might be easier to exit someone, but not anywhere near as easy as it is now. Okay, and so there will be some sort of lighter process, but it will still be much more. So, and also, by the way, the tribunal is going to allow claims to be brought 6 months after dismissal, as opposed to 3 months. And that 3 months is quite tight. Lots of claims miss that deadline. So things are being changed quite a lot, and it's worth you bearing in mind. Implications are, so the idea of, well, we've got a 2-year trial period. We take someone on, we see how they're doing, and we wait till 1 year and 11 months, and then we may say goodbye. Now, of course, you'll know that some of your managers and supervisors wait until 2 years and 1 day before telling you this person should go. Oh, they've been shit for the last 18 months, they say, and you go, oh. But, it does happen. But, this trial period of 2 years, which essentially we have now, that is going, okay? And I really want to emphasize the need for you to be recruiting even better than you are. Now, some of you will be really good at recruitment, some of you will be really invested in it, and some of you might not have done so. But you really need to be much, much better. You need to make sure that the job description is really clear, that the person spec, we're looking for people who had this experience, can do this thing, whatever it may be, that can be really clear as well. Get real clarity on these 2 things, because that will help you hugely get the right people the first time. And also your selection process. Does anyone have a selection process that's quite sophisticated, that they're quite proud of, that tests people out? Hands up, anyone that actually tests anyone. Brilliant. Anyone else? Yeah. Brilliant. It's a really good idea, whether you're in cardboard, whether you're in law. It's a really great idea. I've been recruiting for a new finance officer recently, and we set a load of tasks, and some of them passed and some of them didn't. It's the old joke about there are 3 types of finance manager, those that can count and those that can't. Anyway, it's really, thank you, it's a delayed reaction, like rippling like a Mexican wave towards the back. It's really worth thinking about. With this 2-year trial period has gone very soon. How are we going to select people? Are we going to put them through an exercise? Are they going to come in and say, right, well, I want you to try this or try that, and we can have the incumbents, if they're still there, can give you feedback. There's going to be more and more assessment centres. By the way, if you're looking to diversify, it's worth setting up an assessment centre in every town, because all the local employers are going to want to, get an assessment centre to check their people out. And for the sake of a couple of £100, you put someone through a 2-hour process to see whether they're good. So this is important. Your recruitment needs to be...
Quick question.
Yes.
Can we still set a period of time where they're under observation?
Well, that will be the probationary period.
Yeah,
and you need to be reviewing them.
Right.
But I think the point there is that you need to be better.
Yes.
Yeah, your review of during the probationary period, it needs to be smarter. It needs to be more thorough. And yes, it's quite boring, but you really do need to do that, because I think that 9 or 6 months, the government isn't clear yet, is going to be a period where the rules are slightly looser. But yeah, both probation tighten up, and also recruitment really tighten up. And then, well, you've stolen my next bullet point, Tim. So your managers, hands up who thinks that all of their managers are fully trained in all the performance management skills that they need to have. One, excellent, good old KM software. Go KM. Marvellous. Apart from KM software, having difficult conversations. Now, that is not easy. We're all humans. Right, well, actually, no, some of you aren't over there. But we're all humans, and it's not the easiest thing. If there's a difficult conversation to have someone about their performance, they're not shaping up, they're not got the right attitude, they're not got the right fit, it's so easy to decide, there's something else I want to do instead. But it has to be done, and the sooner you do it, the better. So much legal risk in terms of employment law claims is created by people, in a well-intentioned way, not having the conversations that need to be had, not holding people to account, not writing up the targets and the levels of performance that you want, not spending enough time in recruitment. I've got that interview, but I'll send someone else instead because I'm busy and it doesn't really matter so much. And then suddenly you find that you've hired someone who's not as good as they should be. It's mishandling situations where, I know I should have told them that was really not acceptable, but I had a cold and their dog had died 2 months before, and it was the 4th Wednesday in the month and all that sort of thing. We're all human. We all avoid difficult, slightly uncomfortable stuff, but ultimately you need to tighten up, and you need to get your managers to tighten up, and that will help, because when this new regime comes, October 26, you're suddenly going to find it's much, much harder to just exit people. That probationary period is going to be important, but it's still going to be much more difficult than now. But once that 9-month period is gone, then, And by the way, with redundancies, that probationary period doesn't apply. So you're going to be looking at, you could have hired someone for 2 days, and if you need to then make them redundant, the full process of redundancy that would generally now apply from 2 years plus will apply. So it is a brave new world. So there you go. Use it or lose it. That's me. Think about these things. Take them back. Train your people. Give me a ring on the helpline if you want to discuss any of this. It's a lovely day out there. I hope you've had a lovely day in here. I'll see you in the bar. Thank you and good night.